Hi, I'm Rob and it's Guild Wars War 5 and today we're up against the Gamers Gang. Results have been decent so far for the guild, lots of good scores. Had the most amazing loss on Green Day, where it says 4-1 there, that is the Green Day. And if you want to see the most amazing comeback that I've literally ever seen from a Guild Wars defense team, take a look at that video. It is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, I'm talking about I have all my troops remaining. The one underneath, my hero is at the top, added a little bit of damage I think. Everyone underneath that I think was completely untouched. The enemy was down to their last troop, didn't even have half their mana. I cast my Wild Queen, she has been sacked from the team. That set the enemy up for a nice retaliation regarding mana gen and skulls, and from there the enemy just literally got extra turn after extra turn with skulls upon skulls and just went through my team, one after the other in one continuous chain until I was dead. It was like, wow. Amazing defeat there, but we've got to forget about that and get on with this one. So, first opponent is Mato Potato number 1. How do people come up with these names? Some of these names were amazing. Love it. Right, anyway, we're up against the World Breaker, a Mystery Egg, Huanglong and Divinia. Divinia gives life, gets mana, and cleanses all allies. Really good. Huanglong does damage to all enemies. There's a chance, 50% chance to gain 19 attack in this case, an extra turn and barrier, enchanted or blessed, and gives 3 magic to all dragon allies when matching 4 or more gems. Mystery Egg creates red and yellow gems and summons either a dragon egg or a fell dragon egg. And the World Breaker just explodes 18 gems on the board and does damage to all enemies, but it takes a lot of mana, so I'm not going to get my CenturaZuul team onto these. I might go something different. What's their combined life and armour? What's that, 150, just over 160. Let's try something a little bit different, just for fun. So that's my attack everybody team. The Mirage Queen, given all elemental allies a 50% start with mana and converting green gems to Doom Skulls. Weaponaire is kind of a backup really, exploding yellow gems, granting a random status effect to all Strix allies and summoning a Strix. Phoenicia is a Strix ally, deals 51 in this case to all enemies, boosted by red gems, and burning enemies. If there's a firestorm, deal double damage. And there will be, because Magma Dragon makes sure of it. Conjures a lava storm when his turn begins, which is red and brown. It also does damage to all. So, 51 doubled is 102. So that makes it 158. So, yeah, with the boost from these, that'll be enough. So, 1 cast from Phoenicia, 1 cast from Magma Dragon should be enough to defeat most of this team, unless they've got any damage reduction from spells. Don't think they've got anything status effecty, which I need to be concerned about. Nope. No, so nothing regarding status effects. So, because I get a 50% start on everyone anyway, that means I can change my medals. Don't forget about your medals in Guild Wars. Really, really important. So I will go. I haven't gotten set up for this yet, so let's go full on Nature. Let's feel the power. Back in. Right. Double check. Red, 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 red. Everyone's elemental. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go. Do you like this team? Uses all the colours, you may notice. Phoenicia, red, green and yellow. Everyone else obviously uses red, and then they use brown, purple and blue. So we use literally all the colours possible. Right, any 4 matches. Get some of this burn free stun entangle malarkey going on. Not seeing one. My voice, I've got one here. We can drop that green down to there. Thank you very much. And there's another one. That's Phoenicia. We always get this lava storm. And importantly, with the Magma Dragon, it's when his turn begins, which is not the start of battle. That is literally every single turn. So we are guaranteed that storm is pretty much constant. Right, so we can cast these then. Let's cast one. They've only survived because I didn't realise it was going to wipe them out in one go, actually. They survived because they got a barrier, so... Case of getting Phoenicia up again. Chucking a bit of skull damage for laughs. Explode yellow gems. There's not many skulls around, so we're not going to kill them. Phoenicia is nearly ready though, so... The end is nigh, unfortunately. Bye-bye. And that was 3,260 Guild Wars points. Battle 2 is against King Crash 247. We have Divinish Barla killing Rope Dart and Moon Rabbit in a Titan class. Divinish Barla, actually start at the bottom here because Moon Rabbit starts empowered. Converts all blue to yellow, then gives life to all other allies, then blesses the first ally, who is Divinish Barla. She transforms red to skulls, green to yellow, and enchants 2 random allies, and gives all divine allies a 40% start with mana. Killing is a divine as well. Converts purple to red and brown to skulls, and blesses 2 random allies. So a lot of bless going on in this. It's like a super cleanse. And good old Rope Dart in Titan class. All giant allies start with 50% mana, so that gets a 50% start mana start rather than 40%. Rock solid. Fortitude. Okay. So this is quite dangerous. If they get a really good start on blue to yellow, then it's going to charge up their Divinish Barla and potentially their other ones at the same time, and then she can go mad with those skulls. So, not going to go with this team. That's my all-rounder red team that has mana gen, that has life-giving, summon, and all sorts. I'm going to go with CenturaZuul, I think. My good old CenturaZuul team. Centurion, 10% chance to devour a random enemy, which you don't really want. It's better for your score if that doesn't actually happen. But the cool part about this spell is it converts all skulls to ×2 wild cards, which is really cool. That's most often going to charge up Zuul really quickly if there's a few skulls on the board. Who just kills an enemy absolutely outright and then burns and freezes all remaining enemies and creates a load of skulls. So all those blesses, the bless can't save you from just being killed outright, so the blesses will do them no good there if my Zuul gets going. Fist of Heaven is here as a kind of backup if things go wrong at the beginning regarding Centurion, exploding a load of yellow gems, giving a random status effect to divine allies, then has a summon at the same time, like I say, just in case things go wrong with Centurion at the top. And the talents this in Archer class, mainly to protect Centurion, because it is the key to this team. The way it loops with Zuul and how quickly it charges up Zuul is amazing, but you do need to protect it, so Root Trap is important to protect our Centurion, but they're going to cleanse off that right from the start. So that is actually wasted in Archer class, but there's not a lot of other alternatives really, because this is the sort of team where the status effects or the class doesn't actually matter that much as long as you get a nice 50% start, which we do. And there's always a chance if I do lose my Centurion, then I can have 15% chance for skull damage to be lethal, so I may as well leave things as they are. Gimlet is here because he transforms all green gems to brown. If we get lucky with that at the start, that can charge up our Centurion absolutely straight away, who gets enraged and gives 56 life to the first ally at the same time. So that's quite handy as well. Starts battles with a full mana. I am slightly thinking about countering their Moon Rabbit slightly. Converts all blue to yellow. What you can do is, this is like a playstyle choice really. It can work for you or against you. What we're doing? Oh yeah, Lamashtu. There he is. converts yellow to purple. So you can convert away those yellow at the beginning, which would be good because it starts with full mana as well. You could replace Gimlet with this, convert yellow to purple, which will feed straight into Zulgoth. But the bad side to that is, because Divine Ishbala uses purple as well, if this is a situation where you want to convert them away to stop the yellow advantage, if that was convenient and you can stop that, you may well set up Divine Ishbala instead for a load of purple. So it's kind of a 50-50 thing on that. So I'm just going to leave things as they are, I think. But what I'm going to do is give my CenturaZuul a little mana star. I'm going to pop in a Medal of Anu. It's only a couple of mana, but it's better than nothing. Right, so let's dive back in. CenturaZuul, red, 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 red. Let's go. So we're looking straight away for that conversion for our Gimlet. And we've got it. It was a good decision to leave things as they are. We have it here, green to brown. There we go, that's our CenturaZuul charged up. All we're looking for is now is a decent conversion of the skulls. It's not brilliant, but we can take these first, see if it makes things any better. Not yet, we'll take that though instead, see if any more skulls drop down. It's a lot better on skulls now. There's a lot of... yeah, we'll take this. Can't fail with this because this is going to get our Zuul charged up now, and we can just take out their most dangerous opponent, which is their Rope Dart, and Divine Ishbala has gone at the same time. All the skulls are there again, just charge him up. Didn't quite get Zuul charged that time. Can take that. Let's see if we get a nice alignment like this. There you go. Cannot fail to get a 4-match, and it's see you later. Look for green to brown. Nothing going on. Just cast this, get some mana, and just kill the last opponent. Went quite smoothly. Moist Owlet will have to wait. And that was 1,403 Guild Wars points. Next opponent is Aura, Baphomet, Frost Sword, Scorpius, and Urieli. There's quite a good idea behind this team I can see here. Aura deals damage to the first enemy, so that'd be triple of that, because deal triple damage if they use red mana, which they know we're going to today, so that is a smart idea. Well done to you. And stun, freeze, burn, and entangle a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems, one of the standard elementalist traits. But the burn is really relevant because Baphomet deals triple skull damage versus burning enemies. So that is a really good idea because, yeah, triple skull damage if that burn, freeze, stun, entangle goes on the top troops. So that's a very good idea. Well done to you. Same as Scorpius and Urieli are both very, very good at air as well. Urieli will poison all enemies on 4 or 5 gem matches, and Scorpius will just kill anybody that's poisoned. So another good idea there. It's just a kind of hybrid between 2 different kind of teams. The only thing I would have done different here, this is a playstyle choice because this is not a low level player, that is quite a good team score, is with these 2 here being a really good combination, getting that burn going and then doing triple skull damage. I would have chosen my other 2 troops in a way that generates skulls. Definitely. Because that would have put the fear of God into people, seriously. That is a very good combination, those top 2. I do like that a lot. Well done to you. So I do have to be wary of that. You can obviously negate the triple skull damage by having a troop up top who is impervious or immune to burning. But I'm just going to go with this, but all I am going to do is swap out my niches for Orpheus medals because I want to get cleansed if those elementalist effects come into play. But I still want that little star on my CenturaZuul. Alright, so back in. And same again. Not a good start on our conversion there this time. Green to brown, nothing particularly going on that's any good. Just looking around for what is the wise move to make here. So not a particularly good start on their team. But if they get a 4-match, I can't allow Scorpius to get charged, because it will just kill my last 2. So absolutely do have to be wary of that. Can get purple and green this way, but I want red or brown really, and none of those are available. So green is actually my next preferred choice. There's one lot of green there. There must be a double drop somewhere. It looks like it's so much stuff everywhere. It's one of those boards where it looks like there must be a double drop somewhere else. Right, I might take this green here, because if a yellow drops to there, that's going to give me even more green. Not seeing anything else offhand. If I wasn't recording, I would probably stare at this board for another 10 minutes before deciding what my move was, but hey, we can't take that long, because that would be dull. Always check this every single time, green to brown, just in case the board changed in your favour. Still nothing doing on our conversion, so we're going to have to take green now, I think, and then chuck a bit of a Hail Mary and cast our Fist of Heaven. Don't want to set them up for 4-match at the same time. I'll get that will take some yellow away as well. Right, oh, that's better. I am frozen, but I cannot say no to that. Right, are we ready to rock and roll with our CenturaZuul? It's not actually that great. No 4 matches. I mean, we're going to get some mana from it. It's not particularly great, and they're going to do this high amount of damage. I mean, there was a couple of lots of mana from this, so I may cast this anyway, because the only other option is to cast my Fist of Heaven, which I don't really want to do. So I can do that in the next round. So let's see how much money we pick up from this. So I've got the Devour, which I didn't particularly want, but at least saves me from having to deal with that top troop now. We've got very little skulls on the board, and we're still frozen up top. Don't need brown, so I may cast this if there's enough yellow. Yellow are dotted around quite nicely, so let's go for that. It's got the Zuul up, and there's lots of skulls everywhere now, so this should be it really. Let's make sure we don't get killed by poison related tomfoolery. And done. And that was, let's take a look, 1,539 points. Next battle is against Wan Wan 95. Goblin team in Thief class. Norbert's Turnip deals damage to an enemy boosted by goblins, then creates a mix of 6 green and red gems for each goblin ally, so that would be the highest amount. They're going to be stealthy, yep, and they have a chance of the cleanse. String Fiddler silences an enemy, explodes 10 gems with one of their mana colours and gains the standard goblin extra turn and summons a leaf storm at the start. King Gobtruffle does that damage to all, gains an extra turn, and Toad Squeezer does damage to an enemy and then gets the goblin extra turn as well, and either explodes gems or enchants all other allies. Is impervious. Often find that one at the top for that reason. But same team, but different class. We are going to sacrifice the 50% start on this to switch into Elementalist class for this team. simply because of the effect of the freeze. Stun, freeze, burn, entangle a random enemy on 4 or 5 gems. So we have the chance to get that naturally at the beginning. We have a chance to get that with our gimlet, the way it starts, and we start with the freeze anyway. So as long as you get these goblins frozen, it stops them dead in their tracks. So I think we'll roll with this team again. Alright, yep, that's good. Alright, it's an awful lot of purple and red everywhere. But we always look for this first, green to brown, but certainly no 4 matches. See if we can make a 4 match anywhere or not. Doesn't look like it though. Got 1 conversion to green to brown there. Just don't want to set them up for a load on their Norbert's turnip. It's not really worth casting my gimlet. The trouble is, I don't want to get stuff manually for my Zuul because it's too slow. That's not the idea. I want to take red if anything at all. So I'm going to take some red, I think. They'll probably take purple. Because whatever the AI is recommending you, it often ends up taking itself if you don't use it, if you don't take it. So I might take this red one here. To get my CenturaZuul ready. He's ready, but not a lot of skulls. This is not a great cast right now, so I might take that 4-match blue, because obviously we get the freeze effect. You just don't want the freeze being attempted on this guy because he's impervious. It's not going to work, but you don't have control over that. It is random. Well, we do have a 4-match, but it's on a colour we don't use, so that's not that great. And these skulls here are not a lot of use for Zuul. Right, so yeah, it's not fantastic for us at the moment. I can get it manually for Zuul, I suppose. Could take this purple with brown. As long as they stay frozen, that is the main thing. Could cast my CenturaZuul. Don't get a lot of mana from it, but it's better than nothing, and we've still got this, so yeah, I'm going to go for that, see if we get any lucky drops. Right, that has actually worked out okay. Right, there we go. Right, so their hero is stealthy. I think we've got 2 other opponents frozen. So I think we take out their Toad Squeezer. And we do have alignment here on a 4-match, so we're going to pick up other mana colours from that at the same time for our Zuul, who is ready to go again. Don't need to take the extra turn, but might do because it's good for our mana collection in the game. Let's take out them now because they're no longer stealthy because they got stunned. We do have alignment again, so not a lot of mana, but hey, better than a punch in the chops. Get that just in case it spoils. If I take that green one first, I can't remember if I had lightning strike. I don't think I do. I don't think that would have spoiled that one at the bottom, but I'd like to be sure. Not a lot of skulls again. Fist of Heaven may well get up our Azor when we get the drops afterwards. Didn't happen. That's okay. Because mana surge on that would be enough. We'll take that anyway. And we'll get up Zuul and that will do the job. Goblins dispatched. And let's take a look at the scores. Where am I going? There it is. So I've not been up long, still a bit tired. 1,645 points. And the last opponent, the Warmonger. It's the Paragon. Let's take a look. In Orb Weaver class, Iranian Bloom. Don't see this weapon that much. Deals 55 damage to an enemy, in this case, boosted by Zul'Kari allies. Then creates a mix of 6 green and purple gems for each Zul'Kari ally. So presuming these are all Zul'Kari allies, that is going to generate a lot of green and purple. Orb Weaver class, presuming they're going to be, yeah, Root Trap, Nature's Aura. Ah, but I don't have it in, okay. The Magus is from Zul'Kari, does damage to all, curses and webs everyone too. Arachnian Weaver, webs all enemies, does true damage to the last 2 if an enemy dies, explodes 15 gems and has a chance of a summon, as well as being impervious, so have to deal with that quite quickly. And Tyree deals damage to an enemy troop and double damage if they are webbed. So a good combination of troops here, all benefiting off each other's skills and abilities, which is a good way to go. So I'm still going to go with this team, I think. My good old CenturaZuul team. Shall I go in Elementalist class or shall I protect my Centurion from skull hits? No, I'm going to switch back. I was going to be lazy then and not bother changing the class back to Archer, but I will. Literally just for the benefit of that Root Trap. Not too worried about extra turns on the enemy and this sort of team, so the freeze is not essential. And let's go. Do you like Arachnian Weaver? Such a good troop. Right, let's take a look around for green to brown. We have a mini set of matches there, but nothing. Oh, mini. Hello. I'll do that. Thank you very much. So Paragon is ready, but we've got very little skulls. But as long as they're aligned, it's okay, but they're not. So not great for our Zuul. So grab that. There's a 4 match here as well by taking this red, dropping this down. I'm hoping for more skulls to appear, basically. I'll take that as well because I want more skulls and we don't have any alignment regarding 4 matches yet. This is looking better. At least we've got a 4 match alignment there. But what have we got elsewhere? It's not mediocre. It's not great. Could be worse. Keeps the chain going. So I'll do that anyway. Now, I could cast my Fist of Heaven. Explode those yellow. That'll get my Zuul fairly close, I think. Well, this is a guaranteed extra bit of mana, but it's not very much. So, yeah, let's go for it. Let's generate some skulls, and we have a nice 4 match alignment here of skulls when I cast Centurion. Right, that'd be better. Alright, let's get rid of... should we get rid of first? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, will do. Yeah, that looks good. And again. Oh, come on. Beyond some of Zuul's colours, we have these. It keeps on doing it on green. It's just like, you will not get mana for Zuul. I think that's the worst 3 casts of Centurion I think I've ever seen. And now we have no skulls at all. Well, thank you, game, so much. You've been most useful. Let's cast my Fist of Heaven instead then, I suppose. Could have spent more time looking around the board then, but nah. Right, this would give me green, blue, so I might as well do this, I think. Or should we charge up our CenturaZuul? Let's do this. And hope that some skulls appear in this game at some point that are of any use to me whatsoever. Wow, the skulls are not being very useful at all. They have to align at some point. Still not even a 3 match on skulls apart from this little one here. Youch. Don't want it on brown, I want it on Zuul's colours. Blimey. It's never been so much hard work to get my Zuul up with a CenturaZuul team. Let's get some manual mana then, I suppose. Still just a 3 alignment. Nothing else. Hardly any skulls. Three. Nah, still poor. Not much yellow to explode either with my Fist of Heaven. Wow. Mediocre. Don't want to take that purple, so that's going to give him a Skull Bash. Oh well, see if we get any sort of mana from this. Yay! I actually got my Zuul up at last. Hello. Got their Weaver up though, but let's get rid of their hero. Let's cast CenturaZuul. The cool thing about this team is, like, web just doesn't really affect things because it's not affected by web because none of those things are based on numbers. It's just a spell that just works. The end. This will be affected. Explode 1 yellow gem and Gimlet's amount of life he gives will be affected, but the main team, CenturaZuul and Zuul, totally unaffected by the way web works. So let's cast this. Zuul is up again. Now we've just got to deal with their Arachnian Weaver. Alright, that's better. We've got some nice alignment again now. And the job is a good one. There it is. Guild Wars Red Day, mostly used by my CenturaZuul team, which I love. Really fun to use. And that's 1,674 Guild Wars points. So today's total is going to be 9,521, so not too bad. So it is my Guild Wars Red Days battle. If you enjoyed the video, why not bash that like and subscribe if you've not done so already, and feel free to share the video and things like that. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.